StreamYard logo graphic link. Toolbar. Bookmark this. StreamYard. Edit broadcast button. Joker Alice YouTube broadcast status menu button sub menu. End broadcast button.
Hello guys, Joker here. How is everyone? Today I just wanted to have a little bit of some fun and just talking about some different things. I know some people sometimes have asked about the audio description on Toe's channel, and we're often talking about how in Japan there's manga with braille. And so I just wanted to really quickly, well, I don't know how to say it, but I just wanted to talk about how lately there's been a couple of light novels that have been made into audiobooks. So instead of there just being like, I guess the print book and then an ebook, now there is a audiobook. And although it's in limited quantities because it started last year towards like the end of the year, so around, I think it was October? I think it was somewhere around October, where I was talking to Toast and I noticed that they had I don't remember how many volumes because there was so little of the Sword Art Online light novels and the Overlord light novel and audiobooks, but there was only those two and very few volumes. But I think as the months have gone by and went on the new year, they slowly began adding more titles, and they even expanded on volume. There's more volumes coming out, and I do believe that we may even start seeing some audiobooks of manga. And that's another thing that I kind of want to talk about. That is in a far less quantity, but there's been some examples that I can think about where companies have come in and they've made their audiobooks, or they've come to very well-known voice actors and people, and they've made audiobooks. Let's see if anybody's here to say some hellos. But hello to anybody in the comments or anybody watching right now.
Main landmark full screen button. Solo layout. Thin. Toggle button not pressed leader layout.
Oh my god.
Picture in picture layout. Full screen layout. Remove from stream button. Exit solo layout button. Mute mic button. More options menu buttons. Joker Alice. Button mute microphone button turn on camera. Button having issues. Complimentary landmark. Tab comments. Tab 1. Tab comments. Selected. Tab banners. Tab selected comments. Banners tab 2 of 4. Comments tab selected 1 of 4. Main landmark having issues. Button. Complementary landmark. Tab control. Comments tab selected 1 of 4. Main landmark. Leave studio button. Invite guests button. Button having issues. Complementary landmark tab selected comments. Tab banners. Tab brand. Tab private. StreamYard live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on. Show it on screen. Toggle button not pressed show comment in broadcast. Button star comment. Blind toes 19:07 hello. You sound low.
Sound low? What the hell? What do I sound low? God. That's odd. I'm not supposed to sound low. What the heck?
Toggle button not pressed show comment in broadcast. Button comment action. Button star. Blind toes 19:10 I can hear your screen reader.
You can hear my screen reader? You're not supposed to be hearing that. Ugh. info or something. Yo no sé.
Toggle button not pressed. Show comment in broadcast. Button comment. Button star comment. Post a comment. Edit multi-line. Out of edit button unavailable. Button unavailable. Button unavailable. Post a comment. Edit. Out of edit button star comment. Button comment actions. Toggle button not pressed. Show comment in broadcast. Blank toast 19:10. I can hear your screen reader.
I feel like an idiot. My microphone was muted. I guess we're off to a great start, guys. Okay, let me real quick, because you guys are not supposed to be hearing NVDA, so I don't understand what's going on. Let's real quick see.
YouTube, video player. Track position. 11 minutes.
Oh, come on.
Track position. Live button.
There we go.
Let's real quick. Video player. Heading. Video player. Track position. Track position. 11 minutes.
Oh, come on.
Track position.
That is so weird. You guys are not supposed to be hearing NVDA. Okay, let me. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe if I just. If I put it here. Okay, maybe in this one. Okay. We'll test this again.
Live.
Come on.
Live. Video player. Heading.
Okay, let's see.
Live.
Come on.
Live. Video player. Heading.
Okay, let's see. Come on.
Live. Video player. Heading.
Okay, let's see.
Selected. Live button. Selected. Live.
Okay, let's see.
Selected. Live button.
What the hell?
Apps. YouTube. Closing YouTube.
Carajo,
YouTube,
YouTube,
69.
¿qué carajo tú estás haciendo?
YouTube. Cast button. Talking about light novels in someone book. Video player. Heading.
Carajo,
Live chat.
YouTube,
Heading.
¿qué carajo tú estás haciendo?
Video player. Heading. Talking about light novels in someone book. Video player. Heading.
Carajo,
Live chat.
YouTube,
Heading.
¿qué carajo tú estás haciendo?
Video player. Heading. Talking about light novels in someone book. Video player. Heading.
What the hell? Okay, let's see if.
Video player. Heading. Talking about light novels in someone book. Video player. Heading. Track position. Live button. Live.
Okay, I have no idea why when I'm trying to check the stream on YouTube, like, I have no idea what the hell it's doing. So I'm gonna have to rely on you guys. Like, please tell me if you guys are hearing NVDA, and if you are, I don't understand why. You're not supposed to be hearing NVDA, and I'm trying. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm trying so hard. God damn it. Oh well. Okay. We're gonna try this. Why aren't you? Okay. And now you won't go down. Great. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, fuck you, Toes. Oh, thank God. I guess where I plugged it in, because I have two USB ports on the right side of the computer and then one USB port on the left side of the computer. So usually I plug the. Also, let me know if I'm low or if I'm not. I'm assuming I'm not low anymore. I'm gonna scoot a bit closer just to make sure. But so as I was saying, the USB port that's on the left, I usually plug in the microphone in that one, and then because I have two on the right, I use either one for the headphones. But I don't know why plugging it in into one of them made NVDA still bleed out, but then changing it for the other port didn't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, yay! Okay, so once again, I apologize for all the technical difficulties and me just messing up in general, because what is a Joker live stream without there being some technical difficulties and me messing up? So, what I had tried to say in my intro earlier was that today I wanted to talk about the topic of some of the light novels that ended up getting adapted into anime and manga that are now even having audiobook versions of them, and how even though the volume isn't as great, they're slowly being added, and I think it's just a matter of waiting, because I had been talking to Blind Toast about this last year, because that's when I had noticed that they had started, and I was up checking in most places where I think that you can check. There are a couple of just different light novels, and although right now it is of a lesser quantity and volume, I do believe that if enough. Oh, god damn it, talk back. Um, I do believe if enough interest is shown and if enough money is thrown into them, they may start doing more audiobooks of manga. I currently only know of four, and I'm going to get into talking about them. I may even at some point maybe show a sample of like one of the audiobooks of the light novels. We'll see. Um if we don't have any more mishaps or shenanigans, we'll see. Um so yeah. And then I just thought I could just chat to you guys a little bit about just anime and watching, anime and looking forward to. I'm pretty sure there'll be some upcoming reviews in the near future, near future, where I can just gush about, I don't know, which are my favorites. Ooh, I could talk a little bit about my waifus and husbandos. I have a few new ones. Um, in terms of husbandos, and I thought we could maybe also talk a little bit about VTubers, just out of curiosity, see if any of you guys know what VTubers are, and if you've seen them or if you haven't seen them, if you would be interested in just watching content like that. And for those who are not visual, I can't see my little profile icon that I have today. Today is a profile of Ren Okumura, because I just love this man so much. He is one of my waifus. I adore him. He is so adorable.
And it is, like I said, a picture of Ren Okumura. He is, if I remember correctly, he's a little bit sideways, like not fully standing straight, more like he's standing and he's like a little bit sideways, and he's wearing a school uniform. I think he's just having a neutral expression, and then his hair is a mess like always. Um and then for anybody who wants more detailed picture, it's short, messy, navy blue hair. Um I believe because in picture of the anime, in the manga he has black hair, but to be honest, to me, for the longest time, I just thought this man had black hair. And it wasn't until I saw one episode where, I believe it's the episode where he meets Shammy and he's fighting the plant demon. And all of a sudden, I get a good look of those flames in his hair. And my mind just went like, wait a minute, his hair isn't black. So yeah. Um and then he just has blue eyes. His ears are slightly pointy, like that of elves, but that's because he's not as in his more demonic um demonic form. And there's a season 3 coming soon, so in the future we may get into some spoilers in this channel, because I may start using pictures of a third form that he gets eventually, and who knows. Yes, a hot mess indeed. Yeah. I wish I could just clip it, but I don't know. I don't know how to do that for streams. So yeah. Yeah. Obviously, when you're coming in, I'll add that to the description to just um skip 15 minutes of this hot mess. Yeah. Where are the people? Damn it! It's just toes in here. That's why I'm describing him. I should have. I should have tried sharing it anyway, but like, maybe I should get notifications. Oh god. Anyway, I guess I'll just start talking about it, and if I have to repeat myself, then I'll repeat myself. So light novels, as I was saying. Um, I tried looking into Google set of things, but they've changed things. So I have no idea where you go for like books. I know it used to be in the Google books, but I think they changed that. I'm gonna have to do some research for anybody who's on Android that wants the light novels. But you can get them on audiobook and on J J Book Global or Global Book Walker. I should have added some links. Oh well, I'll do that after the stream, adding some links for people who may be interested. But I know those are some other places where you can have the audiobooks. If you're an Android, it's just I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it, guys. I couldn't find it. I tried, but if you're an iOS, then you have at least 3 places. Excuse me. And out of those 3 places, I just recommend you to either go to the Apple Books or use Audible. I'm gonna try the third app I was talking about some other time, but the last time I checked that it wasn't as accessible as I hope it would be, and I'm not as like high about recommending it because of that one thing. Although I think the website seems to be more accessible. My issue was more with the books itself, but this was back when they didn't had any of the audiobooks yet. I was checking some of their ebooks and everything was accessible until you would go into the ebook itself and then it would not read the book at all. You needed to turn the screen recognition to read the book. And I was so disappointed. I was like, what? Everybody keeps talking about this thing and how apparently the books are cheaper through this. So I was like, yeah, let me go check it out. And then pure disappointment. No, you should never be offended. I was just wondering where the rest of the crew is, you know? I it's nothing against you, Toes. I love you. Yeah, Audible, thanks. I may turn on the camera in a bit and show some of that because I want you guys to see the sample. Okay, that's the end of the comments. So as I was saying, like, why would you do that? Do you make your app accessible or somewhat accessible, and then when people are trying, like people who primarily use voiceover, they're trying to get into the book and it's like they can't read it. No, that's just bullshit. But anyway, I was trying some of the audiobooks and we're going to turn on the camera. So yay! Okay, I'm pretty sure. There we go. I remember my hotkeys. I think. You know what? We're gonna go to the phone just to quickly check, but I think I turned it on. We'll see.
YouTube video player heading track position.
Oh, come on.
Button video player heading
Okay, Yosh. I'm such a hot mess today. I prepared everything, thinking I was gonna be good, and then once I actually start, all the problems begin. Okay, so we're gonna go to
app switcher portable active actions available
Audible.
portable,
Oh shit!
back,
No.
button.
Okay, there we go. So hopefully if I put it here like this, you guys are going to be able to see. So I have a light novel already chosen here, and I'm going to get it closer to the mic once I start the sample. So anybody that comes in, oh shit, I'm gonna have to change the speed. I just realized.
Sample now button. Mini player. How to shoot an assassin. There's
Okay, let's Oh god.
Play button. Jump back. Connect to device. Jump play. Jump forward. Speed 1.5 times. Button.
Okay.
Close. But narration speed 0.0 0.0.8 0.9 1 times. Button. 1.1 times. Button. 1.2 times. 1.1 times. Button.
Okay. I think 1 time should
Play
be
button.
good for the
Close
sample.
button. Close. Back. Sample now.
Okay. So I have this is the SAO first volume because I want to show you guys how some of the novels are being voiced by well-known voice actors. So hopefully if I do this.
Sample now. Back button.
It wasn't quite that simple. The Lizard Man's AI program was observing my fighting style, learning my habits, and sharpening its reactions moment by moment. But the instant this individual creature died, that information would be reset rather than carried over to the next Lizard Man to pop into the area. So in a sense, this Lizard Man was alive. It was a unique individual, one of a kind.
Okay, that's enough. I only have it at that speed to show you guys a sample. I can't stand reading books at that speed. I need to speed it up a little bit more at least, like 1.5 speed at least, or even sometimes depending like 1.7. Like I cannot at the speed I just put it. No, that is slow for my taste. Okay, I'm gonna grab another novel so you guys can see another sample.
Light novels 86 volume 1. So on a spider. So what? Volume 4 light novel. The Saga of Tanya the Evil. Volume 1 by Carlos M. Shinobu.
Ooh, let's grab this one.
4.85 1 credit. Sample now button.
Okay, so the next light novel that I'm going to be showing a sample, it's Tanya. Wait, is it Tanya? Hold on. Oh god.
The Saga of Tanya the Evil. Volume.
Oh.
Sample now button.
So it's the Saga of Tanya the Evil. And for anybody that's never heard this anime before, premise is office worker that's really prideful gets killed by a truck and then gets reincarnated into a warlike world, almost like World War I or World War II, where there is magic, and he is reincarnated into a little girl. That is the plot. Okay, so it's sample.
Screen dimmed. Sample now.
Served correctly, it should have been on a Yamanote train platform. Yet after coming to, it was somehow inside a massive Western-style stone building, getting its mouth wiped by a nun who seemed to be a nursemaid. If this was a hospital, then a safe assumption could be made that
I
there had been some
remember
sort of
this
accident.
scene.
Blurry vision could be explained by injury as well. Yet now that its eyes could see clearly in the poor lighting, it could make out nuns in old-fashioned dress. And the inadequate illumination apparently came from anachronistic gas lamps, unless things were not what they seemed. Tanya, dear, say ah. At the same time, it noticed a bizarre lack of electrical appliances nearby. In the civilized society of 2013.
Okay. So I hope you guys get the gist. I may find another light novel for you guys to sample, but sorry I laughed out loud in that scene like that. It's just I started watching the anime, so reading that part just made me remember that scene in the anime when he when he's realizing that he's no longer dead, and then coming to terms that he's a little girl. Oh my god! If you like war anime, I highly recommend it. It's really good, especially because of having a little girl, like just sometimes not in how he sounds, but in the speech pattern. Like not in the way she sounds, because obviously she sounds like a little girl when she talks. But when she talks, she has this speech pattern that is clearly not of a child. And then because of the way she acts, there's other, like, I can't remember the name, but there's this one character just constantly like, that's not a little girl, that's a demon. So, let me check the comments. Oh my god. Very fuck you, Toes. I hate you sometimes. But I love you sometimes. Okay, let's see if there's another one I can give as a sample, and then we can I can talk about, I think, 2 of the mangas. I'll probably have to like remember in a minute which the mangas were. Okay, let's go back.
The Saga of Tawny the Evil, The Saga of Tawny the Evil, Overlord, Volume 7, Light Novel, Sword Art Online 1, Acrid, Light Novel, by Riki Kawahara, 4.85 stars, based on So I'm a Spider, So What, Solo Leveling, Volume 1, Novel, by Chugong, My Girlfriends Are Pirate Elves, Books 1-4, Lily Claire, Book 1, Light Novel, A Light in the Forest, by Melissa Payne, Lily Claire, My Girlfriends Are Image, included in your membership at Solo Leveling, Volume 1, Novel, by Chugong, Solo Leveling, Volume 1, Novel, by Chugong, in your library.
What?
Zero filters apply to result, Solo Leveling, Volume 1, Novel, by Chugong, in your library, button. Solo Leveling, Volume 1, Novel.
Okay, it's not gonna go into it.
Book 1, Light Novel. Lily Claire, Book page 5 of 5. The Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 3. By Miko Yusachi, Sword Art Online 8, Light Novel. Rakemo no Image. Rakemo no Gallery, Part 1. Linus Yaisen, 4.85 stars, based on 428 rating. Rakemo no Gallery, Part 1. Page 510. Lily Claire, Book 1. My Girlfriends Are Pirate Elves, Books 1, Image. Lily A Light in the Forest. Rakemo no Sword Art Online, Rakemo no Gallery, Part 1.
Oh, this is another good one.
Narrated by Eric Kimmerer, Christina V. Mini Player, The Saga of Tawny the Evil. Sample now, button.
I don't remember what the story of this one is. Of what I remember, it's a harem anime, and I think the protagonist eventually gets turned into a vampire. But don't quote me because I don't remember. It's been years since I heard the plot for this. But we're gonna play the summary just to see what what I've found for you guys to hear.
Sample now.
And do. Senjo Gahara's voice is synonymous for me with the reedy, I don't know, that she utters like a catchphrase whenever a teacher calls on her in class. Whether or not it's a question she clearly knows the answer to, she only ever replies, I don't know. Schools are strange places where people without friends routinely form a sort of community, or a colony, of people without friends, myself included until last year. But Senjo Gahara seems to be exempt from this rule too. Of course, it's not like she's getting bullied either. She isn't being persecuted or
Sample now. Sword Art Online 1.
Don't you just love it when the protagonist will constantly talk about how, oh, there's this one other person who doesn't have any friends, and then they'll just call out themselves in that same sentence by admitting that they don't have friends themselves either. Oh, that's just beautiful. Yes, I'm keeping myself hydrated with water. We're just having water because I ate before coming into the stream. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. Could I just Let me see if I can share. I tried posting it in like all my socials before starting the stream, but I don't know why Facebook wasn't. Other than like the main post, Facebook wasn't letting me sharing it in some groups. That was weird.
Accessibility folder, mail, accessible pages, social folder, 7 apps, 234 new items.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to mute myself real quick. I just realized, is it Control A? Let's see. What the fuck? Okay, it didn't work. Whatever. Okay. Next time I'll just try and plan things better. I think this is only like my. I think this is like my what? 4th? Yeah, I think this is like my 4th stream, so I don't do them as often, but who knows? Maybe maybe we'll get better. That's what I keep telling myself, and I still keep being a hot mess. Oh my god. I think my new slogan should be "I'm a hot mess." Because I can never have a stream or a video without me being a hot mess. But my hair is really fine today because I washed it today, and it's getting kinda long, but by long it's really more that like it's past my shoulders, and it's now getting a little. Sorry about that. I don't know if that made a sound, but it's getting a little bit more like past shoulders. I think a little bit into the arms, the best I can describe it. I'd say because let's say this angle here that it's like curled up. I'd say when it's wet, it's like maybe an inch, an inch or two, like a little bit longer. Obviously it looks as if it's shorter because for those who can see, my hair like curls up at the bottom, and then it's just like soft, straight like fluffy at the top. I don't know. My hair is weird. I have no control over it, and it does whatever it wants. So let's see. do I showcase another sample of the audiobooks? I mean, I think those are good enough. If you go into like the apps, you'll be able to sample them yourself. There's, like I said, there's a couple of them. And now, okay, now I guess we should talk a little bit about the mangas. So okay, there's one currently. It's going to get an anime pretty soon, but people are debating on how the anime is going to turn out. So it's a okay, so it's not a Japanese manga. It's a Korean manga. So it's a manhwa, and it has a audiobook. But that's because I believe the company who was translating the manhwa into English, um they made a novel, or somebody with approval of the creator, or the creator himself. I need to look into this because I don't know who made it, but a official light novel of this manhwa was made, because there is an ebook for it, and then the audiobook was made, and it's a pretty good story, like novel. It's called Solo Leveling. People have their mixed receptions for the anime, even though it hasn't come out yet, because it hasn't come out yet, and because it's a, like I said, it's a Korean manhwa being adapted into an anime by a Japanese company. So people are a little bit hesitant for the reception, especially because based on what my brother told me, because I haven't gotten that far yet. I only was able to read the first volume pretty recently because of the audiobook. But he was telling me that later on in the story, apparently there's a lot of um let's just say hatred in the nicest way possible towards Japan. And he was telling me that based on that you see throughout the story, it was very obvious to tell that apparently the creator of this manhwa um isn't shy about stating, I guess, his hatred towards Japan. Um and just some people are just hesitant to see how it's going to go. But nevertheless, that is one that did get a audiobook because of that way. Now, the other manga that I've seen that got audiobooks, I don't remember the names, and I'm not sure if you can even access them anymore, because I found these two a long time ago. I believe it was around 2016 or like 2017, when I still had my old X Galaxy 5, and I was in the Play Store. I don't remember what I was looking for. Oh, wait, never mind. I remember what I was looking for. I was looking for manga apps. And then I found these two different ones. I can't remember what they were called, but it had this interesting layout. So I downloaded them out of curiosity, and then you had to pay. I think it was like $1 or $2 for it, but it did include the manga itself with the audiobook. I mean, it felt more like it was voice acting and not an audiobook, but like it was nice because you could just follow along the panels, and just, if you had some side, just like look at the pretty pictures while having audio, telling you what the characters are saying. I think it even had like sound effects for a lot of the actions and things. And if memory serves me correct, one of them was about a magic academy kind of like wizards. And I think the main heroine, she was supposed to study or like defeat an instructor. I don't remember. It's been a while. And I believe she failed at first, and then she meets the protagonist, and she finds out that there was apparently something happened between him and the instructor, and she's mad, and now she wants to defeat him on his behalf, and he just doesn't get why she's so mad. He'd rather just like keep showing his magic, I guess, to kids. And that was just the preview would let you see, because it would let you watch like a preview of it before showing you the whole manga that you would need to buy. And then the second one was a BL or yaoi. And for those who may not know, that is just different ways of saying boys love. Yeah, there is for those who may not know, in manga and in anime, there is a genre for gay comics, so like gay manga and lesbian manga. And it is categorized as either yaoi or shonen ai or even BL. And then for the girl side, which would be girl likes girl love or girl love. That one respectively is Yuri, Shoujo I, and I guess GL. I'm not sure on that last one. But this one was about a cafe. If I'm remembering correctly, one of the guys was looking for a job or he lost his job. I don't remember. And then he enters a cafe and he likes the aesthetic of the cafe and he wants to apply. But then he's hesitant because he sees this beautiful boy. But then he's mad about it because the beautiful boy opened his mouth and just starts insulting the other guy. Because I swear to God, that's how a lot of these mangas start. Like, not all of them, but I swear to God, a lot of them start with one guy. Something happens to them. Then they go to this place, and then they see a beautiful boy. And as they're admiring the beauty of this guy, either two things could happen. One, the guy speaks in a very adorable or like polite way and just makes the guy die on the inside because they can't believe that there is a guy who is this cute or as cute as a girl. Or two, the guy opens his mouth and just says some very rude things and insults the other guy, and then the guy gets mad, and then he insults him back, and then maybe a couple of episodes or chapters later, he is finding this rudeness cute, and he can't wait to get the guy mad. I swear to God, that is like half of the half of the romance. Sorry about that. Half of the romance of these books starts like that. I swear. And I should know. I read a lot of them. I think so. I'm not sure. Wait. Okay. They're all cute messes. So that's what I remember. But then the two other ones that I found really, really recently. Okay, well, one was in, I believe it was 2020 or 2021. I can't remember. It was one of those years. And then the last one I found was really recently, as of like a week ago, that I found it by accident. Because this is how I find this is how I seem to find just things that I want or things in general to just talk about. I accidentally stumble upon things and the rabbit holes. But anyway, so okay, let's see if I'm saying the name correctly. I think the first one is it living or oh no, I believe is under the same roof with a beast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the title. Like I said, um, this one is also a yaoi or like a BL, however you want to say it, and I believe most of the voice acting for this audiobook was done by YouTubers who are very like well known for voice acting, even if they started their careers just on YouTube and then they've gone on. Oh God, I can't talk. To be more well known in the community, of just or even the industry itself. And if I'm remembering correctly, the plot is that there's these three childhood friends, and you have protagonists, which I believe it's Daigo, what he's named. And then you have the other two characters, which I don't understand if they're both love interests or if it's just one that is the love interest and the other is unrequited feelings. And I believe the names of the twins are Shun and Jin. Shin? Yeah, I think it's Shun and Shin. And I believe it is that the twins were living together, and then is it Shun? Oh god, now I'm not remembering which one's which. But apparently one of them moves out, and I think even has a girlfriend, or at least they think, or it's implied. I don't fully remember. I think they think he has a girlfriend, but the thing is, he moves out, and then Daigo moves in with the other twin, and this is where I get confused. I'm not sure if the twin that he moves in is a love interest, or is this like a triangle of like what's going on? Because so the twin he moves in with obviously is in love with Daigo, and he also wants to he wants to passionately hug him. Let's just say it like that, in a consent way, children. But then Daigo doesn't like the twin that he moved in. He likes the twin that moved out that they think has a girlfriend. So that just made it more confusing for me because I'm not understanding if this is just like a love triangle or what's going on. But I listen, for those who may like these types of mangas, like this type of genre like me, and you like, I guess, drama like this and like teasing and sometimes the characters getting into risque situations, then I think you may like it. And if you can't like fully read it, then there's an audiobook version of it. And then the last one that I accidentally found That one's called "You Are My Princess," and the description says that it's basically about this this guy named Izumi and how he looks like a delinquent, and so a lot of people think he just beats up people, but in reality he's not like that, and in fact he likes cute things. And then one day he meets the, I guess, the student council president, who's also like this really popular guy, known as the prince of the school. And I forgot what his name is, but the prince of the school, he seems to end up having a liking to Izumi, and he wants him. And the audio book version of it seemed pretty good. I'm going to have to make sure I have the links for like the J Book Walker. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it correctly, because I think from the manga side, the audiobooks, you can only find them on that app. And I know that they were saying that like for the audiobook you could like download it as like an MP3, so it doesn't matter like what sort of like device you have. But I'm gonna have to double check on that. So let's see what's been happening in the comments. Christina, how are you? You missed the hot mess that was my introduction. My mic was off. Everybody could hear NBDA. It was a disaster. Oh, Toes, we gotta love your humor. Oh, speaking of Toes, guys, I just remembered. And I guess since I don't need to show anything anymore, I'm gonna turn off the camera again. I think for like a minute. Oh shit! No! What am I doing? Thank God. Okay. Sorry if I killed anybody's ears. I almost accidentally ended up closing Chrome without ending anything, and I'm not even done. But I almost. Oh my God! But I almost closed the damn thing. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I turned it off. Did I turn it off? Let me see. Come on. Oh, okay. So we're back to seeing Ren. I may turn on my camera again at some other point. I wanted Ren to be showing up again. Yes, this is how much I love this character. And it's ironic because aside from the cooking, because I'm kind of terrible at it, and he's amazing at it. I'm a little bit like Ren, or so my best friend Kathy has told me. But other than the cooking, and he's just beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go back to comments just to see. Hey, we can say risque, spicy. It's like, but yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, what I was going to say before I forget. Guys, for anybody in the comments and anybody who may be catching this stream after we end this hot mess, make sure to join Blind Toes Harem. All of you ladies need to get all your applications and make sure that you are fine and ready. He does not discriminate, so make sure you are ready to enter Blind Toes Harem. And make sure to say Papi Chulo. I love you, Toes. Yeah, I did get it working after after 15 minutes of disaster. So I'm gonna have to add something in the description so people can just skip the 15 minutes. Oh my god. Wait. Toes, you wrote Harold instead of harem. So I guess the harem is true. Well, Christina, he finally said yes to it. Yes. Make sure you join the Blind Toes Harem and have all your applications ready while also calling him Papi Chulo. Yeah, come and join his harem. I know, I'm evil. I've been told I can be sometimes. Let's see what else. I talked about the audio book. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh god. I thought I was done with the summary or like explanation of the last audiobook, but I just realized I forgot like a couple of things. So I think based on what I was able to read up and then just a brief, I guess, summary, I think it's this like slow build romance where one guy doesn't like the other and he's a bit of a tsundere, and it's not until later on that his heart gets melted, and then he falls in love with the other guy. I swear to God, I swear to God, I could summarize like majority of just yaoi manga in just a few paragraphs because I read them so much. Just like any other type of manga that I like. But I read them so much that at this point I know the type of stereotypes that they always run into. It's except for some newer uh sub genres that they've decided to add into it. Um, but other than that, it's like I don't know. They're like always very predictable with their like stereotypes, and I don't know. Maybe this is because I've been I've been reading like BL manga for years now. Oh god, and don't even get me started on the fan fiction. That is a spicy hot mess. Although some are good. It's just you need to learn what you're getting yourself into first. Don't be like Joker who just clicked on one link thinking, oh, I'm just gonna read some innocent fan fiction. Yeah, nothing wrong can happen. And then next thing she knows, she just falls down the rabbit hole and she learned new words. Yeah, just be careful in the internet, kids. Especially if you're a nerd or an otaku and just really like anime, because the things some people write, my god. Like there's some interesting ideas, but then you get the really weird and like bizarre thing that just makes you go like, what the fuck am I reading? Yeah, you spelled it wrong. I was double checking because I'm like, wait a minute, somebody reading it wrong? But then I realized no, that it wasn't me. It was really you misspelling it. Hell yeah! Come join the Blind Toast harem. You get canes, cookbooks, you get anime. Uh, what else? What else? Uh. Oh, you get music. Oh, you get K-pop. You get K-pop. Oh gosh, what else? Oh, you get shirts. You get Blind Toast harem shirts. Oh, you get the hats. The Papi Chulo hats. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. That is like the best idea you just came up with, Christina. And yeah, thank you, Bika, for just starting this beautiful mess. And Toast, it's kind of like your own fault. I think you at the time didn't realize like what you got yourself into this by just letting like letting her start saying that you had a harem because of all the like female guests and co-hosts that you have, and then you're just agreeing with her, and then next thing you know, we just won't stop mentioning it. So you you signed yourself up for this, my man. Oh yeah, yeah, should probably. It'll be like, uh, achoo! Who's talking about me? uh, okay. I guess we can go on to talk a little bit about something new I stumbled upon. So I went down a new rabbit hole recently, but this time it's not a bad one. It's a good one. But I stumbled upon another rabbit hole, and this time it's the rabbit holes of VTubers. I don't know if any of you guys have seen them. They're like, I think the rage nowadays. There's a lot of them, either by like indies or big corporate corporations. But there's a lot of them nowadays, and they're very interesting. And for those who don't know, VTubers is okay. The best way I can explain it to blind people is okay. Think of an anime character come to life, and they have started, or like an animated. Yeah, that's a better term. Okay, so an animated character in the Japanese style of like anime, because that's how most of them are. I think not all of them, but the majority of them are in this very like anime animated style. So think of an animated character or like an anime character come to life, and all of a sudden they start their YouTube channel, and they gain a lot of fame and following. Okay, so now for a more like technical, I guess, approach. So basically it's more somebody through different applications on their computer, they were able to make a 3D. Is it 3D? No, I think 2D. Or is it 3D? Oh fuck, I'm confusing things. But they were able to make a animated model of like a character. And so say when they stream and make videos and they're like interacting with people, instead of having their camera turned on and showing somebody's face like I was earlier, they'll have it programmed through OBS and I think like Steam Deck. And what you'll be seeing as they're on the streaming and playing their games or doing whatever it is they're doing, instead of seeing a person, what you're seeing is this avatar anime character that has come to life. And it is a person in real life. They're just using this anime avatar to appear as somebody and has some personality, and then they'll go but like a name that they made for themselves, and the character will have like a complete backstory and everything. And I've known about them for a while now, but a couple of weeks ago I was really bored and I decided to just look into more of them, and I found one of the English ones because there are a couple of them that they work for a Japanese company, but they're on the English side of that company. So when they do the streams, they talk in English. So I found this really interesting one that I'm not sure from what part of like Latin America they are, or if it is from Spain, but they're a Latino. And it's very interesting because this guy seems to be able to speak English, Spanish, and then even Japanese of what I've seen. And it's very interesting because he will have these streams sometimes in just English, and then you just see him screaming things in like Spanish. There's been a couple of times where he screamed things in Japanese, but for the most part, he'll be talking in English and then like he'll scream or say something in Spanish, and then he'll have pure like streams in Spanish, which is how I found him because obviously because it's through a Japanese company, the character has a Japanese name. And I stumbled upon a video that said, like, I think it was playing something, I can't remember what it was, but it said English sub. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, it's probably going to be Japanese with subtitles. But I wanted to check it out just to, like, maybe see a little and then maybe move on, because that's what I sometimes do. And then I clicked on it, and next thing I know, this guy is just talking in Spanish. And I paused it because I had a moment of, like, the fuck? So then I looked him up on Google just to, like, and that's when it showed up a couple of, like, some of these VTubers that speak Spanish. And there's one that my brother follows. I think it's oh, Iron Mouse. I believe that's her name. And she's an interesting individual. My brother, I don't think this is the main reason, but one of the reasons he follows her is because of representation. um I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it when any Latino, it's like out there doing their thing, but I will admit, whenever we find a Boricua, we just feel happy. And I think it's because it hasn't been until maybe recently that, like, we are being, I guess, recognized more as, like, in actual plays instead of just like, are you Mexico? Or are you Spain? Because for the longest time, for, like, a lot of things in just, I think, forms and apps, especially for apps, when you wanted, like, a Spanish language, you would have to get Spain, to that being, like, the closest to the Puerto Rican Spanish that we use. So, but that's one of them. I believe the Spanish one I was talking about, he's Haka. I can't remember the rest of the name, but I'm pretty sure it starts with Haka. And then I found a couple of, like, other ones. So it's interesting. They have, like, their own personalities and all these, like, strange and weird backstories. I'm subscribed to a few of them and I'm following them. I'm going to have to contain myself because it's anime boys on YouTube doing shenanigans. And there's one, like, I did not know this until, like, after subscribing, and I'm checking some of his old stuff because I was bored, so I wanted to see, like, what he's done. He has a few videos where it's just him doing SMR, and I'm like, oh god, oh god, why didn't I find this sooner? In the beginning, Toes, if you remember, because I'm talking about way back in the beginning, I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about in the beginning, all you had was females. And that's why Bika mentioned the whole harem thing. Because in the beginning, all you were having were females. And I can even go back, I'm pretty sure later, and just, like, find what, when it really was that, like, you started having some of the male, like, guests. But in the beginning of time, it was only females, young men. Oh god, what am I doing? Oh, 3D avatar. Okay, thank you. Yeah. I think we've had enough of just looking at Rin. Let's turn on my camera back again. There we go. Yeah, this is a back and forth. You get to see me, my face for a while, and then you get to see Rin's face for a while. For those who can see. What? Okay, that comment makes no sense to me. Type it. What do you mean, S? Oh, SMR? What is that? Oh, Xenon. I guess you could think about it that way. But I mean, it's kind of like that. It's really more that like aesthetically the characters look like anime characters because most of the really popular ones end up being anime characters and not, anime characters themselves, but more like avatars that the style is, in that like Japanese anime art style. And so a lot of people have just been doing those a lot. There's also some really big ones that um work for like big Japanese companies, like I think if I'm learning correctly, Hollow Stars and Niji-san are two of the like big known Japanese companies that do the whole VTubers. Um so yeah. Okay. See you later, Toes. But yeah, it's kind of like that. So, and it's okay. It's really interesting. Where lately these like VTubers have become really popular. I guess people really like the idea of just watching an anime character in real life, even though it's not really an anime character in real life. Oh god, I'm not making any sense. I hope I'm making sense. I don't think I'm making sense. But yeah, that's what I found, and there's some really good ones. Um, I know my recommendation feed is just bombarded with them. Simply because I checked a few clips and then after subscribing, now like my whole feed, and I'm just like, oh god. And the problem is that there's like a billion of them. Okay, well, maybe not a billion, but there's like a huge number of them, and I just don't know which ones I want to subscribe to, especially because I'm seeing that a lot of them will do weekly streams depending on like time zones. I think there's some that are like both on YouTube and Twitch. Then you have the ones that's like only on Twitch, and I still haven't figured out like out of the ones that I'm subscribed to which ones like do it on both platforms or if it's just one platform. But we'll see. Um so yeah. And then I think lastly what we can hold on, see what time is it?
2038.
Okay, we got like I think 2 hours should be enough. So like we got like 30 minutes. We can talk about just anime I'm currently watching as of like last season, new season, and just things I find. I'm not gonna go into like a lot of detail talking about them because I'll probably do some feature reviews, but just in case anybody's looking for some recommendations when it comes to anime. Obviously there's My Hero Academia, like sixth season is almost done, I think. Then there's Revengers. That's a new one. It only has a couple of episodes so far because it's a new one it's recently airing. It's about revenge. And it's decent. I'm liking it. There's some that I'm currently watching that I'm waiting for them to end so I can do reviews about them because I don't want to just do a review without like one, it being finished, because I know some people just like to binge them, and two, I feel like I would be half-assing the story because I really wouldn't know how it ends until I finish it. So, and then just sorting out which ones that I finished to talk about, and you know which ones to just keep in the waiting, and which ones to rewatch, and uh, it's hard keeping up with anime. But there's that one. There's two new isekai anime this season that they're kind of cliche, but I like them. I think they're good. So far they haven't given me any reasons to drop them. And like the first one is the Ice Blade Sorcerer shall rule the world. That one is set in a wait. Oh shit. Shit. Oh my god. Sorry guys. No. That's not an isekai. Oh god. I said them wrong. Oh my god, that's not the isekai one. Oh god, my brain. That's not an isekai one. That's more like a magical fantasy one. And they kind of go to like an academy to learn magic. Oh god. But that's not the isekai one. The two isekai ones this season. It's the Eminence in Shadow, and then the strongest exorcist is reincarnated in another world. And so the second one is kind of self-explanatory. It's still only in like beginning of its episodes. It's about a great exorcist who died and got reincarnated in another world. There's obviously more to it. I think it's gonna be one of those good ones because although the protagonist seems nice, he has a couple of like ulterior motives on why he's doing what he's doing throughout the plot so far, and that's kind of refreshing. I mean, he's doing a couple of like good deeds, but it's not just solely because like, oh, I want to be a good guy and like be kind. No, excuse me, he has some legit goals and alternative motives. Now, the other one, it's a little bit harder to explain. Because the Eminence in Shadow, it's not one of those that takes itself seriously. And most of the time I can't even like begin to comprehend what's going on through the protagonist's mind, because like there's this okay, so there's this conflict, and I think a little bit like political going on in the story, that at the beginning the protagonist thinks he made it up while he was like talking to like these girls that he ends up saving. But then later on it gets revealed that these events are not made up and they're actually happening. And it's interesting but messed up to see this protagonist constantly just think of everything as like a game, and take enjoyment out of certain situations. And it's interesting because okay, so he wants to be a background character, but then at the same time he manipulates the people and like situations to go in his favor. So I remember watching a YouTuber like back when I think there were only like the first two episodes, something like that, and he basically said that the protagonist Sid was if Won Lee from The Daily Life of the Immortal King and Kazuma from Konosuba had a kid. Because this is what this protagonist basically is. Oh, another really wholesome one. This is more of like a wholesome one, and it has a bit of a excuse me, Spy X Family that I'm currently watching. It's another new one. It's Buddy Daddy, and it's interesting. It has all the shippers and the yaoi fandoms screaming with the fan fictions because it's not the same premise as Spy X Family, but it's a little bit in similar. Um, but instead of there being like a spy, it's two assassins, and they find this kid that they later have to take care of, and it's very interesting just to see their dynamic as just a family. But um the shippers are shippers, and they will find they will find any excuse to ship what they want and write fan fictions about what they want. And so being the curious cat that I am, I already stumbled upon some things. So yeah, let's see. I don't know why autocorrect corrected Davi to Danny, but yes. Let me know what his reaction is. Oh my god, I can't wait until Josh watches episode 11. Oh my god. That's such a good episode. Now all I have to do is wait until Toast can watch the season, and then I can share all the damn memes about that I've found on YouTube, and like at least one or two of the things that you've sent me, Christina. Oh, that reminds me. There's another friend I can share it with because they're cut up, so they would get the memes. They would not be spoiled. But oh my god, yes, there's so much craziness with the season, and you also end up seeing so much character development for Shoto. Like just I think in it's episode 16, I think it is, where like we get a bit of a flashback to like, oh god, I don't remember what episode it is, but it's in the first season. I believe it's in the first season. But like the whole, is it the first season? Oh fuck, now I can't remember which season it is, but it's when he fights Deku, and he is like angry, and the whole of like um it's my quirk, and he refuses to use Endeavor's like quirk. Just seeing how he was like that back then, and then to what he's changed now. That is just incredible. Just to see how much character growth and development he's had. It's just amazing. Um and for a lot of the other characters, I was so I was at the hospital I go to for the physical therapy for the ankle, which anybody who's wondering, it's healing. It's on its way. I have moments where I've had a bit of a few setbacks to a bit more pain, but we're getting there. There's been some improvements, so my ankle is getting there, and we'll see. They did explain to me that maybe not a full recovery of the pain completely going away, but hopefully I'll be able to meet my goals, which is being able to walk and stand without pain, or without like, a couple of minutes later being like, oh god, I need to sit down, because I already get that from my flat feet. I don't need a second factor to the whole like I need to sit down. I just need to be the flat feet demanding me to sit down after standing for so long. Um so yeah. Oh god. Oh, there we go. I know, right? Like, dude, I was watching it, and like, I think I've played it like 6 or 7 times already because, man, this man has some good dance moves. Like, I'm like, hell yeah! If he wasn't a villain, like, I think he could have started like a career of like being like a like an idol or something, and like just showing his dance moves and just being like, can't touch this. Yeah, for anybody that has seen My Hero Academia season 2, episode 11, you'll get what Christina and I are talking about Dabi. Oh, that was season 2. Okay, yeah, my memory's a bit off because oh man, it's been so long since that. Oh my god, can you believe it? Season 6. For all we know, we may even get a season 7 with how popular this show is and how more material just keeps to be made. Although, oh my god, one of the anime I'm so looking forward to. Like this, I've been happy. Like last year, I got Rising of the Shield Hero season 2. Although it was a bit of a letdown that it only had 12 episodes when season 1 has like I think 20. It's 24 episodes, I believe it is. So that had me a bit disappointed. I'm like, Shield Hero, you're a very popular franchise. You need more episodes. Like, god damn it. Like, I needed more of Naofumi. But I was content what I got. And then we ended up having The Devil is a Part-Timer season 2. And my god, that was hilarious. I loved seeing that show coming back. That was awesome. So those were some of the goodies we got last year. And then towards the end of last year, it got revealed that I believe it's this year. We're getting a Blue Exorcist season 3, and that just has me high because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think there was going to be more of the anime, so I was already preparing myself just to continue reading the manga. I'm picking it up again because I took a break, and I'm trying to collect the volumes, but I don't have more space where I have the manga because I have other mangas too. But I need more space before I can before I can add more books, but I'll eventually. I think maybe one day when I can I can have just a room for like anime merchandise, and I can have like bookshelves of all size and just have all the manga be there. Because I think it was Toast who told me that I could have like a box or something where I can put them. But here's my issue. I love showcasing my book. I love it when like people go into the room and like maybe not in their face, but maybe when they're turning around and they just see in my wardrobe this. Oh god, I'm always either knocking off my microphone or hitting it. But anyway, so like they see this just beautiful array of like my manga, and they just see all my books, and even the light novels, because I do have I have at least one series of the light novels, which ironically, volumes 1 through 8 of Sword Art Online, which is the current volumes I have of the light novel, all of those volumes have been adapted into an audiobook, and I believe volume 9 is coming soon. So just keep your fingers crossed, be patient, and I think within a year or two, we'll probably have all of the 23 volumes. I believe it's 23 volumes. Yeah. All of the 23 volumes adapted into audiobooks. And the same could be said about some of the some of the other ones that are being adapted. And who knows, maybe in a couple of years we'll have even more light novels adapted into audiobooks. I hope. Oh man, I so hope so. Because, I mean, if we can't get the Braille versions, then at least give us the audiobooks. I'll be happy if you at least give us one way that the blind can enjoy this and throw our damn money towards you, then I'll take it. Let's see.
Spotify, tap 2055.
But I don't know what else to talk about now. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. So another new one that I'm currently watching, and this one's more for any romance and like fantasy lovers. There's one currently now that's called Apple Sugar Fairy. It's a bit of a simple premise. Like this girl who she wants to become a sugar artisan master, and she has to enter into this competition thing, and because she has to, I think, go through some more dangers, she buys this fairy that people think it's weak, but is it's a hardcore badass fairy who in the beginning I think it's a bit of a masochist. Just watch the anime, or at least watch the first episode, and at the end you'll see what I mean. And he has other instances of this. But am I complaining? No. Does that mean now I have a new husbando to my list? Yes. Because man, this fairy boy is hot. And I don't know what it is about guys in anime when sometimes they have like the long or like the slight long hair. Oh, it just makes them look hot. Exactly, and then we'll just be throwing our money at you guys. So, I mean, come on. Japan has a very accessible way, not just for manga, for anime. So if we can get at least one of it, then we'll be happy. And you bet we're gonna throw our money at it, because like it's like, oh god, what's the word I'm trying to look for? You know, it's not all the time that like we get a lot of stuff that isn't blindness related. Then again, even the blindness related stuff is hard to come by. Oh god, it's probably because I don't often end up being in this position for like almost 2 hours straight, but my neck is starting to hurt, so I'm trying to adjust myself in a more comfortable way. There we go. Oh, that feels nice. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we'll just throw our money if like they give us accessible things. Oh god. StreamYard, what are you doing? I mean, I'm kind of happy that you guys can't hear whenever NVDA is going crazy nowadays. So that's nice. But I guess that's going to be it for it now. I hope everybody likes the stream. If you're going to be rewatching afterwards, if you came in late or if you're just catching it after the live, again, I'm going to be adding it in the description, but skip the first 15 minutes because that's just me having technical difficulties. Follow me on all my socials, the usuals at Yoker Alice on Twitter, Yoker_Alice on Instagram, Yoker_Alice on Archive of Our Own, and then Yoker_Alice2 on Wattpad. And if anybody ever even if it's just to talk or any collabing ideas, or if anybody wants to be my guest on a future live stream, you can email me at jokeralice2 at gmail.com. So that's capital J O K E R capital A LICE 2 at gmail.com. And there's no spaces in that email. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good evening, and that you enjoy the hot mess of my stream. And just, I hope to see you again. Like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, what did... Oh, God. ¿Qué hice? No termina el stream. Oh, maybe if I do... There we go.